That many of us will never forget. We saw the city of Phoenix and the city of Talent and Ashland all tore apart by the Alameda fire. But as this community continues to rebuild day after day, the Jackson County Board of Commissioners are going back to the drawing board to see how they can improve for the next time a wildfire brings to this county. The night of September 8th is a night we won't forget.
Terrible day. It was scary. It was absolutely frightening for everybody in the valley. Nobody knew exactly what was happening.
Multiple fires, homes lost, and our county's looking to best get a handle on the fire.
Things could have been a lot worse, but it was an awful day. Many people, as we know, thousands lost their homes, lost all of their belongings. It was an awful day.
Jackson County Board of Commissioners received an independent after-action report of the response today.
And they came out with some very good recommendations for us. They analyzed, what was done right, which there was a lot done right, in their opinion, thankfully, and what could be improved upon.
Now it's time for the county and surrounding agencies to get together to find out where they can improve.
A lot of them have to do with other jurisdictions and how we coordinate and how we interact with them. So we're going to need to, have joint discussions with those entities and jurisdictions to implement those plans.
Now Dyer and the rest of the commissioners can know they did everything they could to protect the people the night of the fires.
But just the efforts that were undertaken and what, these brave first responders did to get people out of their homes. And with a fire that was moving that quickly, that fire burned 3 homes per minute on the average.
So now the real question is, how does Jackson County Board of Commissioners move forward after receiving that report? Dyer said it's back to the drawing board. They're going to take that report in hand and figure out how the community can improve as a whole. One of the important things in that report is how does the community create an evacuation team, an evacuation plan. They're planning on having those meetings in the next coming days, and we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. But for now, we're live here in Phoenix at the Coleman Creek Estates as they continue to rebuild, as you see here. Live in Phoenix tonight, I'm Adam Shooms, Newswatch 12.
Wildfire evacuations are often stressful and frightening. In the Jackson County area, after action review broke down just how chaotic the evacuations were for those involved in last year's South Aubenchain, Alameda, and Costco fires. Newswatch 12's Tyler Ridgel joins us now live from Phoenix. Tyler, what have you learned about the evacuation process from last September?
Well, Brian, the word I heard over and over again today was the word challenge. And now Jackson County is working on reducing some of those challenges.
What worked out the best was the community rallying together to help each other.
Jimmy Johnson, an engineer at Fire Station 5, helped to evacuate Jackson County residents in Phoenix trailer homes off of South Valley View Road on September 8th.
It took a lot of organization at first to kind of gather everyone and make a plan of how we were going to get everyone out of the park. One of the first problems that we had, there were a lot of people in the park that didn't have vehicles. So we had to stop cars that were driving by and just put random people in vehicles.
Since the fires blasted through a number of communities in Jackson County, the after-action review with IEM and Jackson County commissioners found areas to improve.
The state of Oregon has adopted Citizen Alert Everbridge as their platform for notifications. So this is a statewide platform. The state uses it. It's a superior platform. It has the ability to target and identify specific areas.
The alert system and community help were key players in evacuations, and one strength IEM found was temporary evacuation centers staffed by county personnel at the expo, providing much-needed support to evacuees.
Part of really getting future wildfire evacuations down to a science will be multi-jurisdictional planning and emergency management and having a county-wide evacuation team. And Newswatch 12 will continue to give you updates as more fire seasons progress. Reporting live in Phoenix, Tyler Ridgel, Newswatch 12.
That after-action report released today also addressed the primary strengths of the county's response to the September fires. One strength, as you heard, was the county's rapid response from multiple disciplines and agencies. Newswatch host Samantha Didion spoke with interim city manager and police about their efforts on that day.
So the incredible news, based on what I've learned, is just the tremendous effort by staff, by former staff, by the community to really reach out and protect folks. There were also, there's a lot to be learned from this report.
In the early hours of the Alameda fire, 181 individual police resources were brought to bear on the evacuation effort. And that's really an unprecedented, kind of staggering amount of people to show up for the community.
Ashland Police Chief Ty O'Mara says most of the people went out of their way to take on extraordinary roles to help the community. The after-action report also includes areas for improvement. In the early hours of the fires, the report shows the communications were not established between the county EOC and city leadership.
So small cities like Talent don't necessarily have the resources, unless we get outside funding, to be able to pay into our own emergency systems. So we direct people to the county system.
The interim city manager of Talent says efforts are being made to ensure people within Talent have better access to alerts and to build from lessons learned with this report.
Just further interlacing all of our efforts as we move forward. And I think transportation and evacuation planning is one key piece, and communications clearly is another.
Chief O'Mara says the Alameda fire is still under investigation.
I'm not going to be able to talk about an open investigation. As Sheriff Sickler said, this is the most significant crime that has ever happened in many ways in Jackson County.
Reporting in Medford, Samantha Didion, Newswatch 12.
The after-action review from the company Innovative Emergency Management was delivered to the Jackson County Board of Commissioners today. It looked at Jackson County's response to last year's September wildfires. Quick response between various agencies was cited as something that worked well during the fires back in September. Joining us now, Jackson County Sheriff Nathan Sickler. Thanks again for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I know you haven't had much a chance to go in depth on the report, but in general, what are your feelings about it and what have you taken away so far?
Well, watching the debrief this morning for the Board of Commissioners and the video, it just kind of reminded me of how large a scope this event was. It was massive between the Alameda and the Oba chain. It was a very significant day for sure. Nothing that I'll ever forget and hope that I never have to go through again. But one thing that came out was just them noting the cooperation between all the agencies, the first responders, fire, police, and then, not to leave out the community. The community stepped up really big to help with evacuations, and there was really a sense of urgency, but also teamwork to get people away from the, danger areas. And so I'm really proud of the effort of all our first responders and road crews and county employees and community members that stepped up to help others get out of the way of that fire.
Certainly, we don't want to minimize the loss of life that did occur in that fire, but given what could have been the scenario there, an amazing amount of work by your team and others. When you look back at what could have been done differently, what do you take away from that? And realistically, given the scope, as you said, of this event, can you train for something on that scale?
I think, we got the best training you could ever have if this were to happen again, because certainly you learn lessons from events that you go through. And that was part of the purpose of the after action report. And we've had our own internal, debriefs or after action reports and talking about things. But, I think certainly the communications, and I think this is noted in the report, at least in the briefs that we had, was, how do we communicate better with our partner cities, and be more effective with that.
Sheriff Nathan Sickler from Jackson County, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing how you and other parts of the county implement the information in the report. And again, thank you to you and your team for all the work that you did on that day back in September. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brian. Have a good day.
You too. Turning now to Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman, who has been tracking some concerning thunderstorms. What's the latest?
Yes, we did have a severe storm in northern Lake County. Take a look at the big picture, though. That warning has since expired. We're also dealing with some pretty hot temperatures, but you can see some of those storm clouds in the basin. Storms have been fairly isolated, though, but some of them have been on the mean side. Here's a look at that storm that was severe a bit ago. It has since weakened. It was producing some very strong winds as well as some hail, but it looks like it has weakened some, still producing lightning. That's going to be the big concern, though, as we head through the rest of the evening. Until 9 o'clock tonight, for much of Klamath and Lake County, we do have this red flag warning, concern that new wildfires could start. Showers and storms will wrap up, though, overnight. We'll talk about where we could see a few storms again tomorrow coming up.
And continuing on the fire watch, firefighters in Klamath County are continuing to make progress on the two wildfires that began earlier this week. The Sycan River fire we told you about is now 615 acres. It's 30% contained. The Yellow Jacket fire is 34 acres. It is 80% contained. Both of those fires are near the small town of Beatty in Klamath County. It's in a pretty remote area. As you heard, that red flag warning is in effect today from 2 to 9. Fire officials are worried about lightning strikes and an abundance of dry fuels all over South Central Oregon right now. And the fire danger level will increase to moderate on Friday in Jackson and Josephine counties. ODF says the level is rising to moderate or blue because of the ongoing high temperatures and that dried out vegetation. The regulations and restrictions apply to 1.8 million acres of state, private, county, and city, as well as federal lands protected by the ODF Southwest Oregon District. On your screen right now, you can see some of the fire restrictions that are already in effect. And here you can see a list of some of the new restrictions that take effect on Friday once Jackson and Josephine counties enter that moderate risk level. These new restrictions will include a ban on chainsaw use and welding activities from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also banned are open fires, even campfires, unless the fires are taking place within a designated campground. For a full list of all those restrictions, you can head to our website at kdrv.com. Now, we spoke today with an official from the Oregon Department of Forestry's Southwest Oregon District, Natalie Weber. She discussed the coming increase in fire danger and what we all need to keep in mind as fire season heats up. Here's part of that interview.
And because you can't predict the weather a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, when might we expect to rise from moderate to a higher fire danger level, or can you even kind of put a timeline on that right now?
You know, you really can't. We're going into moderate because that's just where we're at with the conditions and the fuels and what we're seeing right now. But, you know, we could spend the entire month of June in moderate if we continue to see a dip in the temperatures like we are this weekend. You know, it's really going to come down to that fire behavior and how many fires we're having, what the weather conditions are doing. If we get rain, it'll probably be longer before we get into high. If we don't, it could be sooner. So those are just factors that we continue to monitor every day when we're thinking about making those decisions. It also just helps us prepare for what kind of fire behavior we're going to see during the day. And so, you know, those things are never far from our minds.
A lot of factors that go into it, obviously on your end, but from the community's end, just being fire aware, being fire safe, what are some of the best things people can do on a day-to-day basis just to protect our community?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, what I would suggest is there are so many things that can start a fire that we do on a daily basis, whether that's grilling, whether it's, you know, just driving and parking on dry grass with your hot exhaust, or dragging chains, not putting out a campfire. So many things can start a fire, and we live in a very fire-prone area. So I really just suggest that anytime you're doing anything that has a heat source, anytime you're doing anything that could throw a spark, anything that has that risk, be thinking about that and be cognizant of that and thinking, what can I do to mitigate this? You know, especially if it's something that's not restricted. So anything you can do to do that. If you're mowing your lawn and you're concerned about, you know, a fire sparking, put a sprinkler on afterwards for 20 minutes and just water that whole area down. You know, anything you can do to mitigate that risk of fire spreading is helpful.
Thank you again for everything you do, and hopefully we can all play our part this fire season as well. Thank you for being with us today, Natalie.
Thank you for having me.
A controversial comparison of vaccine passports has landed one Oregon County commissioner in hot water. We'll explain why coming up. Up next, we're speaking with the medical director from Jackson County Public Health about how much farther we have to go with vaccinations before we can see more restrictions lifted.
So far, 10 cloud-to-ground lightning strikes being reported in Lake County. The threat for thunderstorms does continue tomorrow. We'll talk more about where we could see a few storms coming up. But first, let's take a live look at the hot and dry weather we're seeing in Phoenix. This view from the Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Watching out for you, this is Newswatch 12 at 6.
Newswatch 12 is Southern Oregon and Northern California's news leader, providing more news coverage than anyone else in the region. As the #1 rated morning news, #1 midday news at 11, #1 early news at 4, 5, and 6 p.m., #1 late news at 11 p.m., and the #1 local news throughout the weekend. Plus, the Stormwatch 12 weather team is here to help you plan your day and keep your family safe. Newswatch 12, watching out for you.
Remove stubborn fat resistant to diet and exercise. Cool Sculpting Elite now features redesigned applicators to fit your natural curve, delivering 18% more cooling coverage than traditional Cool Sculpting, with the option to treat 2 areas at one time.
I'm so excited that Admire Aesthetics has these new machines. I'm spending less time in the chair and seeing greater results with each treatment.
Call Admire Aesthetics today or visit us online.
Shopping for a new mattress should be fun. At Medford Mattress, you can save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the pressure. Just a relaxed shopping experience where you can try before you buy. Queen mattresses start at only $199, king start at $299. Isn't it time to save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the games? Now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattressware, quality is not costly.
When you visit Wind River Resort and Casino, you don't just get a premier gaming experience. You get to try new things, see new places, ride new toys, compete, enjoy, frolic, play, relax, explore, and laugh. Come visit and book a room with us in beautiful Northern California at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Jessica here from Pickerspawn. If you don't know already, Pickerspawn does weekly giveaways every Friday on Facebook. And this month, we are doing an extra in-store giveaway. We'll be giving away archery equipment. If you are 18 years or older, be sure to sign up in-store for your chance to win one of 4 items. Our grand prize being a brand new compound bow by Obsession, a retail value of $700. Come see us at Pickerspawn in White City, next to the grocery outlet.
Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 6 with Brian Morton, Alyssa Rubin, Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman, and Sports with Josh Shelton.
Earlier today, we spoke with the director of Jackson County Public Health about the ongoing vaccination effort in our area. He also touched on how much farther we have to go before we can see more loosening restrictions. Here's part of our interview with Dr. Jim Shames. Not long ago, you were saying you were fairly confident that we might reach that 65 mark end of July. Are you still confident given the numbers you've seen in the last couple of weeks?
I am. I'm confident that the state on the whole will get there. Jackson County will probably not be quite at that same number, but we will all benefit throughout the state. Due to the fact that there will be 70 or more % of the population having gotten a percentage of adults who will have gotten at least one vaccine.
I know also when we spoke last time, you were saying the infection rate among people who are unvaccinated is very similar to what it was during other parts of the pandemic. Are you still seeing numbers close to what they were in January among those who have chosen, for whatever reason, or been unable to get vaccinated?
Yeah, I don't see anything that's changed that dynamic. At the moment, we are not at herd immunity, meaning the virus still has an opportunity to spread, and it is spreading in certain pockets. And those pockets are people that have not been vaccinated. So that has continued, and we're going to keep working on it.
For those who are hesitant and see these numbers dropping at a fairly significant rate, if you're on the fence and you see the numbers going down and you don't necessarily want to get the vaccine, what is the argument to put those people, as you see it, into the line and getting that shot?
I guess it goes back to what we were just talking about. The overall numbers are going down significantly, but if you were to dissect that out and look at, well, who is getting COVID? The people that are getting COVID are primarily people that have not been vaccinated. And in that population, in that group of people, the unvaccinated, the rate of COVID transmission is quite high. So I would say join the healthy club and get vaccinated and don't continue to put yourself at risk.
Dr. Jim Shames, Medical Director of Jackson County Public Health. As always, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
You bet. Glad to be here.
Take care.
Temperatures will still be pretty hot tomorrow in the Rogue Valley, but there is a cooling trend as we head into the weekend. We'll talk a little bit more about that weekend forecast and the threat for thunderstorms tomorrow for parts of the region coming up in just a bit.
A new proposed CO2 emissions bill is getting a closer look in the Oregon legislature. Why it's being called one of the most ambitious plans of its kind in the country. That's still ahead. There's a live look at the clear skies over Wairika from the Rain Rock Casino on the Newswatch 12 WeatherCam network. Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 6.
Closed captioning is provided as a public service on Newswatch 12.
Abby's has your pizza where you want, whenever you want it. Indoors or outdoors, our house or your house. Let us do the cooking while you enjoy a well-deserved break. Abby's, it's not rocket science, it's just great pizza.
Because adventure still needs chasing, we gave the newly redesigned 2021 Subaru Crosstrek a more powerful engine, plus standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. And Subaru is the most trusted brand for 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Visit Southern Oregon Subaru to test drive the 2021 Crosstrek. Southern Oregon Subaru, on Biddle Road, Medford, online at sosubaru.com.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. A way that builds a state-of-the-art network. As a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the neighborhood, so you make a difference.
Thanks for the hot spot.
You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
You asked, we listened. The new BuyMart.com is here. It's fully searchable so members can see what's in stock at their BuyMart. And it all starts with My Store. My Store is the BuyMart you shop every day. Designate your store and open the doors to your new BuyMart. You'll be able to search a growing list of products available at your store, and we'll keep adding more. Plus, buy online. Pickup in-store is rolling out to BuyMart stores over the next several weeks. Check BuyMart.com to see which stores have been added.
Do you have dentures that need a repair? Do you need dentures? Call Court Street Denture Clinic today. With a long tradition of first-class service and same-day repair, Court Street Denture Clinic will be your best choice. Always accepting new patients, most insurances, and offering senior discounts. Do you grind your teeth at night? We can fix that too, with a perfectly fitted night guard, mouth guard as well. Don't forget, every exam is free. Court Street Denture Clinic. Give us a call today.
You asked for it, and we listened. Abby's Original Barbecue Chicken Pizza is back on sale, featuring our very own pizza sauce and 3-cheese blend, layered with barbecue sauce, chicken, and onions. Order now at abbys.com, DoorDash, or Uber Eats. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
A developing story, a county commissioner in Oregon has been stripped of his duties after he put forth a resolution comparing vaccine passports to Jim Crow-era laws, which legalized segregation. Clackamas County Commissioner Mark Scholl can no longer speak on behalf of the Board of Commissioners at public appearances or events. This comes after Scholl's comparison of vaccine passports to the discrimination and segregation of Jim Crow-era laws. Scholl submitted a draft of an ordinance to discuss at yesterday's Board of Commissioners meeting, and in it, he conflates the use of vaccine passports as creating, quote, the conditions of a new Jim Crow 2.0.
There's nothing in there that should be construed as coming from a racist perspective. In fact, I would submit that the people in this county of color would be the most against civil restriction based by a passport, and that they will understand what I'm referring to.
The Clackamas County Chair, Tootie Smith, had this to say on the resolution presented by Shull.
Rightfully so. I agree that passports are not the way to go, and I do not think vaccines should be mandatory. It is still a choice. And I will fight for that right as long as I'm here. But I will not tolerate from anybody, including you, sir, the language of this resolution. It will not proceed today. It is dead.
Shull was previously censured for making racist and xenophobic comments on social media. On the Health Watch, a one-of-a-kind COVID-19 vaccine trial is taking place in the U.S., and researchers are looking for volunteers. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases is announcing the start of a phase 1 trial testing whether it is safe to mix COVID-19 vaccines from different manufacturers. Now, during this trial, they'll receive doses from different vaccines to review the effects of mixing those boosters. The National Institute is hoping to gather 150 fully vaccinated volunteers in all. Oregon State University will conduct its 7th round of Trace COVID-19 door-to-door sampling throughout the city. In addition to a nasal swab sample, the participants there will also be asked to provide a saliva sample to be tested for COVID-19 antibodies. The fire danger level for Jackson and Josephine counties is increasing to moderate on Friday. And coming up for you next, we're talking with Grants Pass fire officials about what that could mean. And with our summer activities picking up along Oregon's beaches, the Coast Guard has a warning following multiple tragic events in just the past week. That's coming up.
And tomorrow we don't expect widespread thunderstorm development, but there could be a few in parts of our area. We'll talk about where, and then also details on a cool down in our extended forecast. But first, before we get to that and your extended forecast, let's take a look at Grants Pass. A bit of a breeze out there late today. This view from the Tap Rock Northwest Grill. Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 6.
The Newswatch 12 WeatherCam Network, presented by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
It's the Memorial Day sale at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Whirlpool appliances are there for your family. Save big with Whirlpool today and get special interest-free financing at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Don't miss it.
When the feet that don't take a break need a break, that's a job for O'Keeffe's for Healthy Feet. It's America's #1 selling foot cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet. Also available in O'Keeffe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap.
The Star Spangled Bargain Days Memorial Day sale now at M. Jacobs. Bring home a Cheers Power Reclining Sectional for just $2,499 in stock now. Get interest-free financing at Oregon's largest in-stock furniture stores. And as always, free statewide delivery. The Star Spangled Bargain Days Memorial Day sale now at M. Jacobs. Downtown Eugene and the Gateway Group at Gateway Loop.
Southern Oregon is filled with endless beauty to explore. We want you to start your outdoor adventure off right. To find the perfect trail, watch Take a Hike on Newswatch 12 Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Proudly brought to you by Monarch Health and Wellness.
Shopping for a new mattress should be fun. At Medford Mattress, you can save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the pressure. Just a relaxed shopping experience where you can try before you buy. Queen mattresses start at only $199, king start at $299. Isn't it time to save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the games? Now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattressware, quality is not costly.
And here is the kitchen.
When searching for a luxury home, you can't always be there in person. But a RE/MAX agent can help you every step of the way.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Memorial Day sale at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Make it your own with KitchenAid. Save up to $1,700 when you purchase select KitchenAid brand appliances. And get special interest-free financing at West Coast Appliance and Furniture.
Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Some very isolated to spotty thunderstorms have been popping up east of the Cascades. You can see some of those storm clouds from our Chiloquin cam at the Clamoya Casino. Taking a look at the radar picture, most of the thunderstorm activity, at least the more numerous storms, have been in far northwest portions of Lake County. We've had a few cells trailing back off to the south, mainly east of Chiloquin, but those not really producing much lightning. But these storms have been, and it does look like one of those storms is strengthening again. We could see some small hail and gusty winds with a few of those thunderstorms. A little bit of a cell to the west of Lakeview and some thunderstorms lining up along the Warner Mountains. As we expand the view, we're going to keep an eye on these storms, especially in northern Lake County. That's where the strongest activity will likely remain. We should see things gradually wind down, though, as we head overnight tonight. Not a lot of activity, but still a few isolated storms possible through the next few hours. So not everyone going to see the thunderstorms, but there is a possibility tomorrow east of the Cascades and into Northern California, a few isolated storms could pop up. The main thing through this evening, the lightning is the biggest concern because wildfire starts are possible. We've had cloud-to-ground lightning strikes in Lake County. We'll be watching things very closely in the days ahead for any holdover fires. The red flag warning continues until 9 o'clock tonight for much of Klamath and Lake counties. The other story is the heat. It is hot again today, up to 96 right now in Medford, 93 in Klamath Falls, 97 in Montague. Winds, a little bit of a breeze picking up, especially in the Shasta Valley and the Basin, kind of helping things with the heat, but still breaking several records today. Klamath Falls, Montague, and Mount Shasta all breaking the record high for today. Heat advisories continue until 9 o'clock this evening for our west side valleys, so pretty warm out there, and it will be pretty mild tonight. Lows dropping down into the 50s and 60s across the region. Tomorrow, we are expecting that potential for a few more storms to fire up. Just a slight chance, mainly east of the Cascades in Northern California as well. Maybe one or two storms popping, but for the most part, the more widespread activity will actually be to our east. Here's Stormcast showing you how things play out. The storms wind down, especially later this evening after about 10, 11 o'clock. Tomorrow, the morning is quiet. It will be another hot afternoon, but notice on Stormcast, more of the storm activity to the east of Lake County, but that doesn't mean we can't see a isolated storm in Northern California and east of the Cascades tomorrow afternoon and evening. Friday will be a dry day across the region, and then temperatures will be trending down as we move into the weekend. That really hot air that we've seen the last couple days heads to the south, and some much more cooler Pacific air works on in. Your 7-day forecast for the coast, pretty bright and pleasant the next several days. Highs in the 60s. Northern California will be looking at that slight chance for a thunderstorm tomorrow. Definitely nothing widespread expected at this point. Notice that cool down through the weekend. The Klamath Basin, slight chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Highs around 80 on Saturday, 70s in the forecast for Sunday. The Cascades likely staying dry the next several days. Much cooler, though, into the start of next week. And then taking a look at the Rogue Valley, no threat for storms tomorrow. Again, still pretty hot temperature-wise, but temperatures trend down through this upcoming weekend.
On the fire watch, the fire danger level in Jackson and Josephine counties will increase to moderate or blue this Friday. Today we sat down with Tim Stacy, the fire inspector for the city of Grants Pass, to get his take on the increasing fire threat that we're facing. Here's part of that interview.
What are the best ways that people right now can help reduce the potential for fires this summer, whether that be here in our region or in Grants Pass specifically?
Well, the simple fire prevention stuff of cleaning out your gutters, keeping that defensible space around your house cleared out, getting the leaves and such from under your decks, all those types of things will help reduce the risk of your house catching fire, because a lot of those fires, it's not the big fire front that catches things. It's these embers that come and they land in the little grass and in the leaves that have accumulated over the winter. So cleaning up around your house, keeping that clear, and then just keeping a fire safe mindset. So when you're out and about, you're not going off road in unimproved roads where you've got flammable vegetation.
And between coronavirus, now fire season, there's kind of a lot for people to keep track of when it comes to what we can and cannot do. Is there a number that people can reach out to, or someone they should reach out to specifically if they have questions about fire danger levels in Grants Pass?
The best place is SWO Fire, which is Southwest Oregon. That is Oregon Department of Forestry's page, and that'll tell them not just for the city of Grants Pass, but that'll tell for the whole county and the whole area what the fire danger levels are, and they can see all the prohibited actions and everything else and what they can do.
And those are not suggestions, correct? What happens if people do some of these things that you're saying not to do? What if they're caught?
Well, there's a couple things. So they can be cited. We can cite within the city of Grants Pass, and ODF can cite out in the county. So if they're starting fires, the big thing is not even just looking at it from an enforcement point of view. If they actually do start a fire and that fire crosses property line, that takes it to a whole nother level. So we try not to be, the enforcers, we're going to write you a ticket, but that's really the drive. We need people to stay fire safe, and they aren't suggestions, they are rules.
And Mother Nature really doesn't need anyone's help when it comes to wildfires this year.
Absolutely not.
Tim Stacy, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
With the increasing temperatures, finding the right trail to hike can be difficult. We'll have a look at one option in this week's Take a Hike that's coming up. Here's a live look at the clear skies over Medford now from the People's Bank on Battle Road. And this is live on the Newswatch 12 Weather Cam Network. Watching out for you, this is Newswatch 12 at 6.
Father's Day is coming. Give Dad something that he'll enjoy for a long time. You have a chance to win a brand new Husqvarna mower. It's Newswatch 12's Father Mows Best sweepstakes. Just go to kdrv.com/contest to enter. Now through June 17th. Winner announced June 18th. Enter to win now. Brought to you by Newswatch 12 and Daisy's Hubbards.
It's the Memorial Day sale at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Get your remodel reward with Cafe. Get up to $2,000 back when you purchase select Cafe Appliance Suite combinations. And get special interest-free financing at West Coast Appliance and Furniture.
Across America, there are thousands of skilled workers who can fix or build almost anything in or outside your home. Due to our love of old cowboy movies and guitar music with a twang, we're known as Skillbillies. To hire a Skillbilly in Southwest Oregon, go to skillbillies.com and let us know what you need. You won't have to give up your firstborn to get the job done. If you have the know-how to be a Skillbilly, sign up online.
Tell me this is on sale. Absolutely, because the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to find tons of great savings.
Like the more you buy, the more you save?
Right, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend.
And financing?
How about 7 years, no interest?
What else you got?
Free stuff when you spend $29.99 or more.
Throw in free shipping and you got a deal.
But hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Taking time off to get your lottery check in Salem is a no-brainer, and so is saving big on the best. For cars, trucks, and SUVs, that means Chevy, Honda, and Nissan at Jim Siegel. Save big on Chevy Trailblazer, Malibu, Equinox, Silverado, Colorado, and more. Another no-brainer? Comparing the 3 best at one location. To get big savings on the best, head to Jim Siegel Grants Pass.
Jim Siegel Chevy, can't go wrong.
It's the Memorial Day sale at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Whirlpool appliances are there for your family. Save big with Whirlpool today and get special interest-free financing at West Coast Appliance and Furniture. Don't miss it.
We have some breaking news. We're just getting reports of a fire burning near Immigrant Lake. Units are there, Fire District 5. One official there says the wildland part of the fire may have been knocked down. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available on air and online at kdrv.com. Following up now on a different story, a sex offender arrested in the Rouge area in 2019 has been sentenced to 12 years in prison. 42-year-old Joaquin Amadeus Cowart was arrested during a child pornography raid in 2019. After that initial arrest, the victim came forward stating they had been sexually abused by Cowart 10 years prior. The victim was a juvenile at the time. In addition to his 12-year sentence, Cowart will be required to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. With another warm and sunny day, the Coast Guard wants people to remember how cold the water really is this time of year. Search and rescue crews spent more than 8 hours Monday trying to find a 14-year-old boy who was reported missing while swimming near Long Beach with a friend. That search was called off. It was the second rescue attempt this past weekend by the U.S. Coast Guard. A little bit farther south near Rockaway Beach in Oregon, a 37-year-old man died after being swept away by the waves. The Coast Guard officials say with air temperatures in the 90s, the Pacific Ocean temperature is still just in the high 50s.
Hypothermia rating for 57 degrees is extremely low, and it lessens your chance of survival the longer you're in the water.
She says even most seasoned swimmers can get caught in the surf, and everyone should wear a life jacket. They also want to remind anyone on or near the water to be mindful of the tides, the currents, and the surrounding conditions. Oregon's legislature is looking at potentially adopting one of the country's most ambitious timelines for eliminating CO2 emissions. House Bill 2021 proposes to eliminate all carbon dioxide emissions from the power grid. Reports indicate the bill sets a timetable by which Portland General Electric and Pacific Power must eliminate emissions associated with electricity that they provide.
We are tracking some more thunderstorms east of the Cascades. Some of these storms in Northern California starting to strengthen a bit. We'll have another look at the radar and a peek at your weekend forecast coming up. But first, let's take a live look at Medford. It's another hot day in the valley. This view from the People's Bank on Biddle Road. Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 6.
At Monarch Health and Wellness, we are looking forward to better times. Good health achieves a good life, and now more than ever is the time to take good care of yourself and your family. We believe in community, empathy, compassion, prevention, nutrition, and you. Our goal is to establish a lasting connection to help you through every stage of life. Call Monarch today to schedule a virtual visit to establish care. Monarch Health and Wellness in Ashland. More than primary care.
Abby's has your pizza where you want, whenever you want it. Indoors or outdoors, our house or your house. Let us do the cooking while you enjoy a well-deserved break. Abby's, it's not rocket science, it's just great pizza.
Tell me this is on sale. You bet, because the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Southern Oregon is filled with endless beauty to explore. We want you to start your outdoor adventure off right. To find the perfect trail, watch Take a Hike on Newswatch 12 Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Proudly brought to you by Monarch Health and Wellness.
The moment I got the vaccine, I felt like I had taken a step in the right direction. If you have questions about the vaccine, ask questions of your doctor. Go to the actual pharmacy, ask questions of the pharmacist. There's lots of resources online. Ask as many questions as you want until you feel comfortable with the answers that you're getting. It's a very personal decision. The sooner we get a higher percentage of people vaccinated, the sooner we can all get back to our regular lives.
Hi, I'm the SOS Alarm guy, here to tell you about a great deal. SOS Alarm will not only beat any internet deal, but will install the system too. So burglars, beware. SOS Alarm for security and beyond.
The Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended, so you can still save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $199.99, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
You asked for it, and we listened. Abby's Original Barbecue Chicken Pizza is back on sale, featuring our very own pizza sauce and 3-cheese blend, layered with barbecue sauce, chicken, and onions. Order now at abbys.com, DoorDash, or Uber Eats. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Hiking is a staple of Southern Oregon, but finding the right trail when it's so hot can be a challenge. In this week's Take a Hike, Newswatch 12's Cameron Derby shows us one that has shade, sun, and a view.
Hey there, today we're going to be doing the Grizzly Peak Trail, not too far outside of Ashland. We're going to up the difficulty a little bit today, but to make things even better, that sun is high in the sky. On the day we're filming, it's soon to be more than 100 degrees outside. So this is going to be our best friend, and as it gets hotter, let's not waste any time. Come on, let's take a hike. Don't forget your microphones. Sorry, that's reporter stuff. You likely do not have microphones. You do need some water and an expectation to work your legs. This one is a 4.5-mile loop, but the elevation will climb by about 900 feet. This hike gives you the best of everything. Nearly the entire incline is in shade and has those classic out-of-a-novel style spots to sit and take a break. And don't forget to check out the tons of different flowers that are blooming up there. You'll eventually hit this fork in the trail, but it doesn't matter which side you take. Both will lead to the peak, and both will end up here again. Once out of the trees, the sun is going to hit you hard, but the view is going to be very worth the journey. At the top, the path is really rocky and really dusty, so make sure you bring your best hiking boots on this one. And even if it is a more difficult hike, Southern Oregon's our little adventureland and playground, so make sure you have some fun with it. You make sure you're careful while you're doing that. The good news is the difficulty gets out of the way pretty quick with this one. Once you're headed back down to your car, it's pretty much all downhill. Hey, it's getting hot. Let's go. Good call.
Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Won't be as hot in the days ahead for taking a hike, but in the meantime, not only are we dealing with the heat today, but also tracking some thunderstorms. And a few of these storms have strengthened up towards the Fort Rock area. One of these storms on the stronger side was moving right over Highway 31. You can see it just west of Christmas Valley here. A lot of lightning, heavy downpours with these storms. Also the threat for some hail, maybe up to half-inch size hail diameter, and then wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. These storms have been pulsing in intensity. They could weaken for a time and then strengthen back up. Fairly isolated, though, activity east of the Cascades, but that potential will be there for a few more hours, and then everything's going to kind of fizzle out later on tonight. Tomorrow, very isolated storm chances, mainly east of the Cascades and into Northern California. The more numerous storm activity looks to be more east of Lake County, but we'll keep an eye on it. Some new forecast model runs come in this evening. I'll have an update, of course, tonight at 11. In the meantime, though, for the Rogue Valley and our west side valleys in Southern Oregon, it's going to be pretty quiet the next few days. Those temperatures not as hot as we head into the weekend. The Klamath Basin will be quieting down as well. Thunderstorm chance tomorrow, but then just sunny and dry as we head into your Saturday. Those temperatures cooling down as well and looking pretty nice for the coast in the days ahead. We'll take another look at your 7-day forecast coming up after sports.
Coming up in sports, two local teams going at each other for a national championship. It's the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded. It's 5-4 Oregon Tech trying to win a national championship. Who's going to come out on top? We'll know in just a moment.
Before we get to that, let's take a live look outside of Mount Shasta from the Mount Shasta Resort on the Newswatch 12 WeatherCam Network. Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 6. And here's what's coming up for you tonight right here on Newswatch 12.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap. Color Tile is your first step to a beautiful home, providing just about everything you would ever want for your flooring. We have many products in stock and we'll even do free measurements of your home for you. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 4. We have a highly experienced installation team for your convenience. Of course, we are following social distancing guidelines for your safety. Stop in and take a look at our beautiful selection and tremendous amount of choices.
I was sitting at home and saw an Admire Aesthetics commercial specifically for cool sculpting. I had some concerns about Was it for me? What are the results going to be like? Is it worth it? I've just been extremely happy with the entire experience, the team at Admire Aesthetics, and really, it made me believe in cool sculpting. I just booked my next session because the results as a whole speak for themselves.
Get new replacement windows and big savings during Renewal by Andersen's 30-day sale. Don't waste another minute dealing with your difficult, inefficient windows. Instead, call now and schedule your free window diagnosis. See how Renewal by Andersen's full-service custom-built replacement windows can help add more comfort to your home at an affordable price. If you need to replace the windows or patio doors in your home, call this number now and save. Installation is included. Made from our exclusive, low-maintenance fibrous composite material, our windows are tested and warranted not to crack, peel, or chip for 20 years. Plus, the expert installation by our certified master installers makes sure your job is done right. And it's all backed by our industry-leading limited warranty. But you've got to hurry. Call this number now before our 30-day sale ends.
For a limited time, get free installation on all windows and patio doors. Plus, save an additional $500 when you call Renewal by Andersen today. Call 541-391-4005.
Hot and dry conditions are forcing the Oregon Department of Forestry to increase the fire risk level tonight at 11, where the risk levels are moving and what the conditions are expected to be in the next few days.
Now, from the Jim Siegel Automotive Sports Desk, Newswatch 12 Sports with Josh Shelton.
Southern Oregon and Oregon Tech, the clash in the Cascades as we call it, a rivalry separated by a mere 65 miles, finds more life this season, 2,000 miles from Oregon. But with a game as big as this one sports anchor isn't enough. Cameron Derby is here as well.
Yeah, these two teams have impressed us all season long. Every single time they played, it was a dogfight to the very last out. It's evident in their last 4 meetings. In these last 4 games, these two are dead split. It shows how evenly matched they are, but Oregon Tech got the last laugh before this one with a 5-0 win over Southern Oregon in the Cascade tournament. But throw all of that to the side, Josh. Today, none of that matters because today something else is on the line that was not back then, a national title.
They sure played with that urgency in the first game. Southern Oregon had to win to force the if necessary game. But Oregon Tech can win it all with just one win. Sandoval versus Abramson, Owls versus Raiders. Maybe some jitters from the pitcher's first batter, McKenna Armentrout, lifts one back. The Sun blocks the ball from Winterburn's vision. Lead off double.
The very next batter, Kayla Mick, threads the needle, and Armentrout goes hauling. Turn on the extra boosters around third. 1-0 for Oregon Tech in the first 2 batters, but SOU comes swinging back. Riley Donovan ropes one to left. Steins comes around third and gets home, so it looks like both pitchers are having a little trouble at the start, and then they really settle in and don't allow another run till the 5th.
So let's go to the top of the 5th. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Lauren Quirk comes through once again. An RBI single brings in Moorhead Hutzel, and the tie is broken. 2-1 SOU. Moments later, Riley Donovan steps up and is going to look like the clutch hitter she's been throughout the tournament. Puts one on a rope, and around third comes Shimmick. She turns on the jet, steps, slides through home. Southern Oregon celebrating as they take a 3-1 lead.
Top 7 OIT made this thing a fight. Bases loaded in the final inning, but Bussinger pops it up to the sky, and Shimmick makes sure to get under it as soon as it goes up into the air. And Shimmick sends the Rogue Valley and the Basin into a frenzy. Southern Oregon forces game 2, 3-1 the final, and now it's winner take all.
Let's get right back to it. National championship on the line. Shimmick takes a first pitch to the right field wall. The speedy second baseman is going to race around the base path and has a stand-up triple in just the first inning. The second batter for the Raiders. A few batters later, it's Taylor Walker up, blooper into right field, and Shimmick will score. Raiders get on the board first. Seniors getting the job done for SOU. They go up 1-0.
Bottom half of the first, Raiders up 2-0 now. Maggie Buchholz puts one into left center with 2 outs. Another clutch hit for the University of New Mexico transfer. Owls loving that one as they cut the Raiders lead in half. to the top of the 6th, still 2-1. Shimmick with 2 on, 2 out. Jensen Becker dives but can't come up with it. It rolls on the wall and a run scores. Shimmick has another triple and it's 4-1 now. Top 7th, Olivia Mackey drills one right off the leg of the Owls and it bounces all the way to the wall. Mackey turns on her jets, rounds 3rd, and inside the park, home run, and the Raiders can smell victory. But guess what? It's tied in the 7th inning. The Owls in the middle of a wild comeback.
Our coverage, obviously, not going to stop here. We still have the 11. We're going to be talking to players and coaches. Also, don't forget about newswatch12.com/sports.
Yeah, Josh, thanks for letting me crash the party a little bit. I'm going to try and jump out so I can catch the end of this one. Of course, congrats to all the athletes of both teams for making it this far.
Very exciting, and the weather is also pretty exciting out there. So a few storms in northern Lake County. These are going to be capable of a lot of lightning. That's the big concern, as well as the potential for some small hail and gusty winds, along with some heavy downpours. Definitely not the best drive northwest of Summer Lake on 31 with that one cell. Meanwhile, the Rogue Valley stays dry for the next several days. Cooling temperatures. There is a threat for thunderstorms again tomorrow for parts of the region, mainly the east side of Northern California. Tune in tonight. We'll have an update on that forecast for tomorrow and into the weekend.
A lot coming up tonight. Thanks for joining us. Newswatch 12 at 6. Update on the weather and those amazing softball games at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, you can stay connected 24 hours a day at KDRV.com. Receive our email newsletters and download the mobile app to your phone. We'll see you at 11 o'clock tonight.
Next up, Jeopardy!
You once got your head stuck in a bus door.
They shut on my head just like this, and I got stuck.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing. I'm sure it was terrible, but the way you tell it is also funny.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 7 on Newswatch 12.
The next evolution of Justice Network is here.
It just sends chills all over me.
Everything was a possibility. It's the only 24/7 true crime broadcast network.
I love this part.
It's one destination for your fascination. Justice Network is now the True Crime Network.
Presented by Black, Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens, injury attorneys. The We're Hiring page on KDRV.com/hiring connects local job seekers with job openings. Come work for a great team at Clamoya Casino and Hotel. Part-time and full-time positions with awesome benefits. Clamoya is now hiring for the following positions: Finance Ops Manager, Cook, Restaurant Server, Hotel Housekeeper and Laundry, Facilities Housekeeper, Security Guard, Cage Cashier, and more. Located in an amazing community. Check out these and other current job openings at KDRV.com/hiring today.
Shopping for a new mattress should be fun. At Medford Mattress, you can save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the pressure. Just a relaxed shopping experience where you can try before you buy. Queen mattresses start at only $199, king start at $299. Isn't it time to save money on a healthy night's sleep without all the games? Now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattressware, quality is not costly.
We are living in unusual times. We put on our masks to protect ourselves and those around us. But while we wear the mask, we cover a smile that creates happiness, engagement, and overall health. Now is the time to repair gaps and cracks, to incorporate veneers, implants, and teeth whitening. Because soon, the masks will come off, and it will be time to unveil your smile. Visit Summit Family Dental Care for a consultation today.
It's the Ram Spotlight Sales Event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with nearly 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get Ram Spotlight Sales Event pricing on every new vehicle in stock. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
The winning wheel returns to Rain Rock Casino every Saturday from now until June 19th. It's a slot tournament with a fun spin to it. From 5 to 8 p.m., the top 10 winners can spin the wheel to win up to $1,000 in free play. Plus, 5 random names will be chosen after each tournament for a chance to win up to $400 in free play. But you gotta spin to win. Rain Rock Casino. It all begins with you.
Remove stubborn fat resistant to diet and exercise. Cool Sculpting Elite now features redesigned applicators to fit your natural curve, delivering 18% more cooling coverage than traditional Cool Sculpting, with the option to treat 2 areas at one time.
I'm so excited that Admire Aesthetics has these new machines. I'm spending less time in the chair and seeing greater results with each treatment.
Call Admire Aesthetics today or visit us online.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid, or lease a new 2021 Highlander for $359 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Next wheel, that's a poet, and you didn't even know it.
And what is so rare as a day in June? Then, if ever, come perfect days.
What's this all about? You'll